Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of your OGR, as today is game 15 as the Edmonton Oilers went up against the Ottawa Senators as we pulled away with a very lucky win as we won 3-2. Mika Koskinen was an absolute stone wall, and not just that, McDavid and Draisaitl didn't put up one single point throughout this entire game. They were generating something here and there, but they didn't score any goals as the depth came in big time. OGR had 2 assists. He led the team in points tonight, which is pretty surprising to say the least. But this was a night where I was not very happy with. This was like an Arizona Coyotes type of style game, which I will be getting into later on in the video, talking about the defensive style that the Edmonton Oilers been seeming to play like over the past 15 games. And I'll kind of like talk about why I don't like the system and why the Edmonton Oilers are not playing a system that fits the team. Because this team is a very offensive team. We're not a very good defensive team, and I will come out there and straight up tell you guys this. We're dog shit defensively. We're not a very good team defensively, and when you ask us to play an Arizona Coyotes type of style and to practically rely on the goalies, I am fine with relying on the goalies. Mika Koskinen wasn't looking his greatest all night long. There was a couple periods of time where I was like, oh god, but he did make the solid 40 saves that Mika Koskinen needed to make after letting in the first one on Connor Brown there. After that, Mika Koskinen was stellar, but we'll kind of get into reviewing the game as Connor Brown got the first goal of the game 26 seconds in. I was nuts. I was pretty surprised about it. I was not happy with the way that the Edmonton Oilers started off this game. We definitely didn't bring our A game, especially since we had a chance to break and to finally go above 500, which was something that we were, of course, looking to do. But it didn't really feel like the team really wanted to go above 500. But Connor Brown got a big goal. And then Darnell Nurse with an absolute clap bomb gets his 5th of the season. He's just been an absolute goal-scoring machine for the Edmonton Oilers, and same with Tyson Barrie. And then Evan Bouchard as well gets his first of the season as well. He should be deserving of way more ice time because he only got 13 minutes, which is less than everyone else. I think Evan Bouchard should be getting way more ice time, but OGR assisted on that one as well. So we have a 2-1 lead, and in the first period, I didn't think we were doing too bad, but it definitely wasn't the greatest performance. And then going into the second period, we got absolute shelled. 14-3 for shots for the Ottawa Senators, and then going into the third period, 16-7 for shots. And Hogberg was terrible. He let in those 3 goals because he just wasn't on his edge, wasn't on his proper angle, which is the reason why Tyson Barrie scored his 2nd goal of the year. And we would have never won this game. We would have never won this game if Matt Murray was in the net. Matt Murray made every one of his saves. Hogberg didn't. He let in the 3 lonely goals that went in the back of the net. We would have never won this game if Matt Murray was in the net and if he was playing like how he was playing into the second and third period, or near the end of the second period, of course, and the third period. And then if Evgeny Dadonov got a nice little break there and got his 3rd of the season there on the Edmonton Oilers. I was not very happy with the way that this team played. We didn't deserve this victory at all. I'd rather have Ottawa winning this game so I could actually bash this team fully, because you know what, there was a lot of good players. Adam Larsson played a great game in this style of hockey that we do play, where it's defense only and you're focusing on that. Cuckoo and Bouchard, I thought, did very good as well. I thought they deserved more ice time as well. Barrie, Nurse, I don't know why, man. We keep playing Darnell Nurse for 28 minutes. It's a lot of ice time for that guy, and you know, why not give it to Bouchard and Cuckoo, or maybe a little bit more into Larsson and Legson. I mean, Larsson played a lot of minutes tonight. He played 20, which is mostly, I don't really see him. He plays around 17, 18 minutes per game, not usually the 20, but he definitely played a lot more in this game. But he was a very solid defenseman in this game, and I give Adam Larsson that. I give Adam Larsson that credit, that he played a very good, strong defensive game in this sort of trap-style defense that we were kind of playing. We were playing a lot like what the Arizona Coyotes were, which I think is the reason why McDavid or Draisaitl really didn't get any points, because we weren't really forechecking. Like, I was seeing a lot of plays where, like, we would chip it in, like, we would do this dump and chase thing, but then Ottawa would pick it up and they would break it out, and then we're back down in our zone. It was a really weird style of hockey that we were playing. Even when we were on the power play for that one time we didn't play so well on that power play. And Yeah, of course, we threw back on Chiasson instead of fucking Puljujärvi, which makes no sense to me. But the way that Tippett's been playing this, coaching this team, and the type of style that we're playing right now is just not my liking. And I don't think it's the Oilers' liking either. This is a more of an offensive team, and we need to start playing like it a bit more. We're not playing that offensive style, that forechecking style that we can play. A lot of these guys can forecheck hella good. Like I seen Puljujärvi, where it was kind of like a wide open puck, but Puljujärvi decided to turn off and play defense, which I didn't understand. Like, why aren't we forechecking? Like last year, like our goals to success was our forechecking. We were I think one of the best teams forechecking wise in the league. Our power play was so great because if we were to lose the puck, we would all divulge on that puck and make sure that we were able to keep it. We were making good passes, but it seems like now we're not making those good passes. It's weird. And I feel like we definitely need a change in the lineup. And I know all these analysts like Jay Fresh, who I do follow on Patreon, absolute great guy. He was like, posted some like stuff about Oilers media posting about like these big wins against the Ottawa Senators, and I felt the exact same way. I don't really think that these are big wins for the Edmonton Oilers or massive improvements. We didn't really improve. If we were playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Montreal Canadiens during these times, we would have lost without a doubt. We would have been demolished, especially the way that we're playing. I think we got to forecheck a lot harder, and we got to play a lot different. And I would really love to see the Nuge, Yamamoto, Draisaitl line. It really does feel like Nuge hasn't been able to get himself going in the past couple of games, and he's just been a little bit dry. The past 4 games for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he's only put up 1 point, and that was against the Calgary Flames. And the last time he had a multi-point night was against the Ottawa Senators in Game 11, where he put up a 3-point night. But then before that, Toronto, he had no points. The game before that against Toronto, he had no points, and only 2 goals in this series against the Winnipeg Jets. Nuge hasn't been the biggest point producer, and I'm not asking him to be the biggest point producer on that top line, but he's been a bit dry, and it's showing. It's showing that Nuge is just not really belonging on that McDavid and Yamamoto line, and I can't be the only person looking at that line and saying, yeah, we need a change up. And especially looking at that second line, Yamamoto is looking a bit lost out there as well, alongside of Kahun and Draisaitl. And that line's been pretty decent, but I feel like we just need to change things up. The depth has been working great with Archibald, Kara, and what's his face? I think Shore was on that line tonight. Or no, Ennis, Kara, Archibald have been one of our best lines. I think that's our dedicated third line right now because Turris is only playing about 9 minutes. Kara is playing better than Turris right now, and that's saying a lot about the Kyle Turris signing, which I do believe Gaetan has. Should be over Kyle Turris right now. But there was a lot of positives in this game, but there's also a lot of negatives. Like our bottom 6 was performing. Archibald, Ennis, I like the way that they forecheck, and that's the type of style that our top lines need to play as well. And defensively, we played a pretty strong game defensively. We just weren't on the puck. We weren't playing a very good offensive game, which I think we need to improve upon, especially since we got to face the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow, which is going to be a very big game for us. This is a game that we definitely need to win against the Montreal Canadiens, and we need to prove that we can actually play better hockey, because the way that we played against the Ottawa Senators wasn't a very good game. And yeah, people might say, oh, it's a back-to-back, but even the other game beforehand, we have not been playing that great style of hockey that we were playing last year. We're playing that type of style that we were playing against the Chicago Blackhawks, which really didn't work out. And I don't care if McDavid or Draisaitl streaks ended, which actually, for a record, this is the first W by the Edmonton Oilers without Draisaitl or McDavid registering a point since 2017, ladies and gentlemen. So the depth is starting to finally show up for the Edmonton Oilers, which that is the biggest positive point. But I don't know. We got to change the style of how we play, or at least change the lineups. I feel like we got to change something about that top 6. It's been the same top 6. It's been the same power play, except with Chiasson, Neal swapping in, and then a little bit of Puljujärvi. We need something different, Tippett, please. I love that you put Cuckoo alongside of Bouchard, but this team just is still not, you're not getting what we should be playing. And for me, watching this team every time, I'm confused. I don't know what to talk about, because I feel like I'm just hammering in the same crap over and over and over again. Every time I do one of these videos, I feel like I'm just nailing in something to the wall over and over again until that wall is demolished. And practically that's what I'm doing, because this team has been playing the exact same effortless hockey since game number 1. And maybe there's a period or two where we perform greatly, but this game, Ottawa Senators totally deserved to win this game. We didn't. We deserved to still be under 500, or to still be under 500. But it is what it is. Hopefully we get a big victory against the Montreal Canadiens to the point where it makes me feel a little bit more happy about this team. But Archibald, Kara, I would give you guys all a big old smooch right now, because you guys have been absolutely fantastic, and keep up the good work, because that's the definition of hardworking, fighting, forechecking, and that's what I'd like to see out of the top lines, and especially out of Nuge. We haven't really been seeing that very much from him, and that hard work and that dedication that we usually see him play. I haven't really been seeing that, and I seen it when he was playing alongside Draisaitl and Yamamoto, and I feel like he just belongs with Draisaitl and Yamamoto much more than he does with McDavid and Puljujärvi right now. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.